Hi guys, my name is Yemi.
And I'm Tox.
If you are a US citizen that's dreaming or planning to move abroad, Ecuador might just be the solution to all that dreams for you.
Yes, but before you pack your bags, there are certain things you need to know, and we discuss them here in this video.
So before we jump right in, guys, tell us where you're watching from. What part of the globe are you? Put that in the comments right now for us. And for everyone, please don't forget to like, share this video to anyone that can benefit from it, subscribe. Let's get into it.
Yes. Why Ecuador?
Well, I'm just going to start from the bottom line, guys. Everybody's wallet, right? The affordability in this country is astounding. We went to the Mercado yesterday and just the prices of fruits and veggies never amazes, oh my God, never ceases to amaze me. I cannot speak already. But you can rent and live comfortably in any spot in this country, either on the coast, in the mountains, whatever you choose. It's pretty affordable. We know of places that rent for about $350 per month, and you can go as high as you want.
Yes, we actually live in a place that looks so much like Miami that it's called Little Miami.
Yes.
And the price of rental in Miami is about 3 times what we pay here.
No joke.
Just an example.
No joke.
But moving on.
Yes. We are going to go on to the very climates, which I just briefly mentioned too. You get a choice of, do you want to be on the beach? Do you love the water? Or the mountains, the Andes region. Are you a fan of beautiful mountains when you wake up? You know, do you not like a lot of bugs? Then you want to choose the mountains. Don't go on the coast. Also, you have the Amazonas. For those of us that are brave enough, well, those of you, because we're not brave enough to brave the Amazons. But if you're brave enough and you just want to be in that part of the country, then you have the choice. You have it all at your fingertips.
Yes, bottom line, you get to pick your climates.
Yes.
There are a variety of climates here that you can be comfortable in either or.
Yes, yes. Choice is good. Choice is good. Now, when you do move here, or before you move here, please know that you will not be alone. Every city has a thriving expat community. It's vibrant. All you gotta do is just go on your search engine, Google or whatever you use, and type in Ecuador. You will see so many links for Facebook groups, and people there, you can ask questions. I mean, you can be sure that whatever it is you're going through, somebody else may have experienced it before.
Yes, and aside from the expats, the locals here are so friendly that you feel very welcome wherever you go.
Yes, yes, we certainly feel right at home in Ecuador on the coast. During our morning walks on the Malecon, it's amazing how we greet each other. You just say buen dia, buenas. That's all you hear.
And the friend, you might not even know their names, but they all greet you.
You do not.
Yes.
Listen, we're both terrible with names, so I'm glad we're not tested on the names. And if we've gone for a while, when you come back, they ask you where you have been.
Yes.
It's a wonderful. Oh, it's a wonderful culture.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And the cool thing is the US dollar is the local currency here. So it is very easy for you to judge if you're paying too much or too little by comparing what you're paying for in the US and what you're paying here. For example, you buy something in the US for about $10 and you see it here for $2, you know that you're getting a great deal.
Yes. Now, while we know that there are many countries available to U.S. citizens to move to, this currency thing is a huge deal because we just spent about 3.5 months in Southeast Asia where all those currencies, different countries, you had to do math. Oh, can I say I was glad to be back here where I didn't have to do math of how much is this thing in US dollars?
Yes. So we're moving on to the visa options. There are 2 basic options that we're going to talk about on this video that relate to retirees. One is the pensionado visa and the other one is the investment visa. Do you want me to go over?
Yeah, go for it. Talk about the pensionado.
So basically, the pensionado visa is for people who are retired. If you are making about $1,400 a month and you have a way of proving it that that's your pension, you can apply for that. The other one is the investment visa, where you invest a certain sum of money into the local economy, and that money stays invested for the duration of your temporary visa, and then you can use that to apply for your visa.
We did, guys. If you're interested in this country, in Ecuador, as a possible place to move to, you really must watch the 2 videos that we did on visas. We talked about getting your temporary permanent visa and also the permanent resident visa. Yeah, permanent visa. But we'll put the link right in the description. You must run and go watch those. They're invaluable. We list the documents that you will need. Now, we did do the visas ourselves, but you don't have to if you don't feel comfortable doing that. It will just cost you some money to hire somebody to do for you.
Yes, and a tip for you on that, whether you're doing it by yourself or you're hiring somebody, we highly recommend that you get all your documentations that originate from the US together. You apostille them and you have them translated.
Yes.
That way, it will save you some money from, even when you hire somebody to do it for you, from them having to do it for you, because it gets a little bit more costly after that.
And stressful. So please gather those documents.
So we're going to talk about the cost of living. We mentioned that very briefly, and we're going to continue with that very, very briefly here.
Yeah, because it's important.
Yes, it is very important. And all I want to say about the cost of living here is we were looking at how much we spend a month here, and for the 2 of us, we spend less than $1,000 a month.
We do.
So
for real.
Check
for
that out.
real. We really do. When you sit down, listen, part of the reason why a lot of US citizens are looking for other options is the affordable living desire.
Yes.
In a lot of cities in the US, it's impossible to live the way you want to live and afford it.
Yes.
So
I can assure you, you can live here for less. There are some things on our budget that really don't make it into other people's budgets. So we are spending a little bit more than we normally would if we were in the US, but we're getting more for it.
Yes.
So let's talk about healthcare and insurance.
So healthcare, this country has a public healthcare system called IESS. If you do choose to pay into it, you do have access to healthcare. So it's not free. I know in our last video I made a boo-boo, people. I said it was free. No, it's not free.
But it's cheap.
It's very, very affordable. If you do choose to stay within that system, basically your healthcare is covered based on what you've paid into it.
Yes.
Okay. And for those of us that choose not to contribute to the IESS, you can just pay out of pocket for all your medical needs, or you can buy private insurance.
Yes. Just note that the downside to living here, we mentioned in our last video, is if you choose to live in the rural area, you might have quite a distance to get to the hospital, but that's in another video. Check it out. So, lifestyle and culture.
Let me tell you about the culture. The tranquilo way of life, as I leaned way into it. I have loved being here because there's just this thing about this whole culture, like, don't worry, be happy.
Yes. While that is a very, very positive thing, it may also turn out to be a little bit of negative in the sense that if you are used to getting things done in a certain way fast, you might want to chill out a little bit, relax, and have some patience.
Yeah.
It will get done, but maybe not as fast as you want it to get done.
Yeah, it always gets done. Let me just say that. For those of you that are like, oh my God, that just sounds like chaos. No, it's not. It will get done, but not at the pace that you think it will. That's just it.
Yeah. So, tip on the culture, it might help, or it is very helpful to know your neighborhood, know where you're living, know who lives there. Now, we're saying that not because it's unsafe, but because it's just like
common sense.
Yeah, like anywhere you live. Yes. It is common sense.
It is just common sense.
So, having said all those, the challenge is to be aware of when you move here or to anywhere, to be candid, if the language is different. Here, it's Spanish. So if you really want to immerse yourself into the culture, into the society, you will have to learn Spanish.
It's a good idea. I mean, and we do know expats that have been in this country for dozens of years. And they do not speak any Spanish language.
And that is why I said immersion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, immersion can only be beneficial for you. If you've chosen to be in a different culture than what you used to, then the work is on you to try and immerse yourself a little. And it's a beautiful culture. We're not saying you should be proficient. We're not fluent
No, we
in
use Google
Spanish.
Translate.
Well, I mean, we do know enough words. Let's just be honest. We do know enough words that we can get ourselves in trouble. But yeah, we do. We really do. But the Ecuadorians are very forgiving. When you're in communication, in conversations with them, and they see that you're trying, they are so appreciative of that, and they do jump in and help you out. They really do. So learn a few words, folks.
Yeah.
We're not saying you should be proficient, you should be fluent, but learn a few words. It'll make life better.
But bottom line is, Google Translate really helps. But honestly, in translation, everything becomes a little bit choppy. So it is better to learn the language.
Yeah.
So bureaucracy is another thing you need to be aware of. It's another challenge to be aware of. Things go at a slightly slower pace here.
Slightly?
Well,
Okay, let's be honest. It's
So-
not slightly.
so-
It goes at a slower pace.
yeah, so
Slow it way down.
yeah, so a little bit of flexibility helps. If you're flexible and you let things run its course, again, things will get done, just not at the speed you expect.
Exactly. And my favorite advice for culture, bureaucracy, all the challenges really, lean into it, people.
Yes.
Lean into it. You made the choice.
Yes.
Lean into it.
For those of you who want to live in the mountains, be aware that some people do suffer from altitude problems. So before you pack your bags and move to the mountains, please visit there for some time and see how well it works for you. I have seen people who moved to the mountains and have ended up moving back down here because they just can't stand the altitude and they're not adjusting. So be aware of that.
Yes, and we're prime examples. While we love some cities in the mountains, we're absolutely in love with Cuenca. But we can only visit Cuenca, that's in the Andes region, for a short amount of time because the altitude does bother us. Actually, both of us.
Both of us.
Yeah, it bothers us very, very greatly. And part of the symptom that I have is the shortness of breath. And I'd like to breathe all the time. So that's why Cuenca cannot be, that's why it cannot be our base in this country.
Yeah. So final tips. We highly recommend that you visit before committing. And when you visit, don't visit one place. Visit other places. Go to the mountains, come to the coast, visit in different times, during different seasons to see how things are, to see how well you can adjust to it before committing.
Yes, because again, I always go back to this. What looks good on paper may not fit you. What sounds good from a video may not fit your life. We don't know what your personal situations are, so make sure you do the due diligence for you.
Yes. We also highly recommend that you connect with the local experts here to get an idea of how things are with them, to get an idea of their experiences living here, so that it gives you an idea of what to expect when you move in here.
One quick word about connecting with local expats. Just like we just told you about what looks good on paper may not fit you, you just use their advice and their experiences as a framework for what you do. Nothing says you have to follow the same line that every expat that you talk to did, because that
They are
makes
different people.
yeah,
too.
we're different. So just use that as a framework. That's it.
Yeah, and that's why you visit and see what's what before coming.
Please.
So finally, we highly recommend that you keep all your documents. You're going to need them at some point. So any document that originates from the US, make sure you have it apostilled and translated.
Well, stick around for the next video.
And please check out the previous ones that we had on Ecuador.
Yes.